Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. This article that I have to discuss today is about a Russian member of the Russian fighter. Allegedly, he's a member of the Wagner group in Ukraine. The thing is, I would like to talk about this article, not necessarily because this guy was killed, is more because I would like to point out to the terms that some people like to use for probably the same situation, the same idea. They use two different terms depending on how I want that situation to be perceived, positively or negatively. In this case, this is about a Wagner Group member, which, remember, it's a private contractor. I heard that the first time when United States invaded Iraq, and it was the first time when I heard about the private contractors. I didn't know what that was. And about the Blackwater, it's not a mercenary group, it's a private contractor. That's how we're told. And I said, well, it was something new. I never heard it. I know, what's his name, Mike, okay, it's Mike Prince, the guy who owned Blackwater. Nevertheless, I said, okay. And it was not only the Blackwater over there. That was the most famous or notorious, I want to call it. So now, the Wagner Group is called the mercenary group. It's not a private contractor group. You see, if Wagner Group would be, let's say, an American company, or how you want to call it, they would have been called private contractor, military private contractor group. So this article comes from the New Voice of Ukraine, Russian, and this is the title from today, June 24th. Russian Wagner mercenary killed in action in Ukraine. Okay. Prior to joining Wagner, Orlov, known under the pseudonym of Ilya Mazaev, was a naval officer. According to Ukrainian NGO, he was the pro-Kremlin, according to the Ukrainian NGO, Mirotsovrets, the pro-Kremlin mercenary is the author of the autobiographical book, and that doesn't say the name here, in which he wrote about his participation in hostilities in Ukraine, Syria, and Libya. Orlov was so thirsty for fame that he kept posting photos and videos of his participation in hostilities in Ukraine until his very last day, says his profile on Mirotsvert's website. Simultaneously, he was leaking the dispositions of the invaders in Donbass. Using this data, among others, the armed forces of Ukraine delivered several accurate artillery strikes on the Wagner bases, one of which apparently hit Orlov Mazaev himself, as well as several dozens of mercs, Russians. When exactly and under what circumstances the mercenary was killed is currently unclear. Well, the thing is, as I said, these guys defined Wagner Group as mercenaries. Could be. What do they do? This is a private group, right, that hires people, pays them money to provide services. You know what kind of services, right? And those are called mercenaries in this case. Well, let's take, for instance, the Blackwater. There's a private corporation group that hires people, pays them a lot of money to go and provide services, military services. So where's the difference? Oh, those are Russians and these are Americans. So that's a big difference. I got it. Details might matter, but the basic, the foundation on all this, the term is I pay you to go over there armed with weapons to maintain peace. Is that what it is? That's why Wagner Group Blackwater was in Iraq to provide peace and security. You can say that, but then why do they have guns? To defend themselves? Wait a second. We bring that here to the United States. Can I have guns to defend myself? No, why? The government will defend me? Really? Anyway, so here you have it, a Wagner Group. If they're mercenaries, let's call it mercenaries. But if they're not mercenaries, they're not mercenaries. I don't know. I'm just providing information from both groups. doing the same thing. Oh, you can say these are just for protection. It's just euphemisms. You know, euphemisms. You know, if someone slaps you, you know, I didn't slap you. Your head hit my palm. Is that what it was? Really? I mean, come on. It's too obvious. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.